Hi there, this is Corey. I'm at Porsche Colorado Springs. Kind of a crappy day out today. 300 days of sunshine in Colorado. Not today, friends. Not one of them. So we're gonna leave the top up on this one, but I'm revisiting our 993 Carrera cab. I'm gonna take it out for a drive, let you know what I think about it. Let's take a spin. All right, we'll take another quick lap around the car. So again, this is a 1997 993 chassis, of course. 911 Carrera Cabriolet. Tiptronic transmission, about 42,000 miles. It's delivered new to Canada, so the speedometer reads in kilometers. I'm dead serious. I'm not just saying that so I get to go fast on camera and say it was kilometers. No, it's the speedo is actually kilometers per hour. We've got some 996 wheels on it, so slightly bigger than what would have come on it originally. We put new tires on it, did a service, inspected it. Car presents really well. We do have some stone chipping, or pitting, I guess you would say, stone pitting on the front bumper, but it's not horrendous. It does have the bumper plugs where there was originally a front license plate bracket. There is some wear and tear on the roof. I did mention this in my other video. I think this top is original. So there's some fraying here and here on both sides. I think we can look into repairing that. We wouldn't want to replace the whole thing. I hear it's actually kind of a nightmare to do. A little bit of hazing on this plastic, but I think that actually may polish. I'm not super familiar with doing it myself, but I kind of have a feeling. And then there's the marks on both sides, just for full disclosure's sake. Yeah, let's take a look at the interior and then we'll get it out on the road. So, a little bit of a crack here on the upper door panel. Kind of some wrinkling here on the seat covers. Dash is in good shape, no cracks there. Temperature controls also read, well, that's Celsius as opposed to Fahrenheit, but yeah, 22 and a half degrees, I think translates to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what I've always done when I rent cars in Europe. You set the climate control to 22 and a half. And then I think behind here is a tonneau cover. So I think when you take the roof down, there's a cover for that. I'm not super expert on that, but all right, let's get on the road here. Using a quad lock mount for my phone here, and the way the window is angled, it's not the best angle for this shot, but hopefully you'll at least get enough of a sense. So I did let the car warm up just now, putting the license plate on it. But it fired up first crank, so that's always nice. Idles nicely. Got good oil pressure. Oil temp's coming up nicely. Okay, so I've never driven a 993 before. Also never driven a Tiptronic before, so this will be a new experience for me too. Good weight to the steering. I'm so used to these over boosted electric steering modern cars. I really like having a little extra weight in that hydraulic steering. Same with the brakes. There's more effort required on the pedal, and I like that. Feels solid and Germanic. Adjust the seat a little more though. Oh, that's good. That's what I needed. So manual fore and aft adjustment, manual seat back adjustment, but you can adjust the rake. Let's see, what does this do? I think that's lumbar. transmission feels pretty smooth. Yep, just trundling along at 1300 RPM. I think it feels pretty solid. In fact, I expected more creaking and squeaking from a convertible. I mean, there's a little bit. I mean, given the age of the car, given the fact that it's a convertible, it's quite good. Put it to you this way. I've driven some Mazda Miatas of this vintage, and they are exponentially noisier inside. So hopefully we'll lose this traffic here in a bit and I can get a little more spirited with the drive. Put it into Tiptronic mode. So that looks like we're in fourth. Down to third. On to second. Okay, finally, traffic's out of the way. So these are definitely engines that build more of their power above 4,000. Good upshift there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sprightly when you get going. Slow downshift either. I was expecting that to be far worse. I mean, that's better than cars that I've driven that were 10 years newer when you command them to shift. It's not bad at all. Definitely got to give it more brake pedal than a modern car. The brakes are absolutely there. There's just more pedal effort. Takes that corner nice. Oh yeah, this is fun. This is a lot of fun. I was worried that the automatic might neuter it a bit, but not really. Turn her around, go back the other way. Yeah, it's a shame it's not a nice sunny day, because this would be a lot more fun with the top down. But I'm still having fun. Yeah, it just gobbles up these corners. It feels really nice. Nice precise turn in. Got all that grip from the rear. Back in automatic and let it think for itself. didn't even realize it has the Tiptronic buttons right here on the wheel. Yeah, you could use those. I think they're a little outdated. They were doing this before they started coming out with paddle shifters. I think personally I'd rather use the gear stick on the console, but obviously up to you. I don't know, I might be biased because I grew up in the 90s, but the 90s were such a good time period for cars. They were thoroughly more modern than some of the older stuff. They'd had some time to figure out some of the electronic stuff that was introduced in the 80s. They're just more livable. I mean, I might even argue that early 2000s cars are like super ideal for having that pseudo classic car that you can drive every day and have it be usable, but this feels pretty darn close to that. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you couldn't drive this car every day. Wraps it up. All right, that was a test drive of our 1997 993 Carrera. Drove really nicely. I was thoroughly impressed. I had expectations that the Tiptronic transmission would let me down. It's pretty decent. You know, like I said in the video, I think it drives better than some transmissions that I've experienced from cars that are 10 years newer. Pretty responsive, does what it's supposed to do. Engine felt great, you know, good idle, good performance. You know, these older air-cooled cars, you got to wind them out. That's pretty standard stuff, but when you're up in those RPMs, it boogies, and it was a lot of fun. It took those corners, it had a really nice rhythm, thoroughly enjoyable. Not too loud inside the cabin, you know, I expected a little more interior noise being convertible, but nope, that was pretty good as well. So yeah, enjoyed the car. Really, really nice to get in something older that feels really nice and taut and does what it's supposed to do. So hopefully this video is helpful for you. If you're interested in this car, give me a shout. My number is 617-909-8011. Please like the video, leave a comment, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more car content from Cars and Corey. Thanks for watching.